Such a beautiful morning. Jeff had to go to Flagstaff yesterday, so there's more work that I wanted to get done on the truck before hitting the road, and Ed said that he would do it, but we have to refill our water tanks, and I said I'd pay for the water tanks. That way, you know, I'm giving him some money towards it, so it's like 140 bucks. He said he was good with that. He's going to be changing out the oil, the transmission fluid, also changing the belt. This is a serpentine belt. It was squeaking. And I think the filters. There's two different filters. This one, what is this? The automatic transmission filter kit. It's going to be changing out in the air filter. So everything will be replaced and it'll be all good. It's basically a tune-up. He has it tore apart. And he is also going to be changing the spark plugs today as well.
Yep, that's what I'm starting with right now, is
okay.
The spark plugs.
Nice.
So I'm about to pull the first one out, and I have a trick for that, because they have sockets that will hold on to the spark plug, but sometimes it makes it hard to get the next one to stay down in there, so I have a cool magnet.
Nice. Awesome. Oh, yeah.
Yep, they've been in there a while. So here, new, old.
Right. So yeah,
it's been a while.
I'm glad that all this stuff is being done. Yep. And then also we'll have a full tank of water. When is that water truck coming anyways?
Sometime in the next month. Whenever
you run out and stuff? Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll give you the money for it because I'll probably not be here. until
and then
birthday.
Jeff was talking about picking up the chipper and the
oh yeah, I was going to talk to you about that. Yeah, if I mean, you know, it's just for the whole homestead to use if you don't mind, you know, helping him to go grab that.
Totally, that's not a problem. Yeah, I mean, I might need help to do it, but you know, like I don't know how big they are, but
well, they'll load it on, and do you want to use my trailer, and because I'm going to empty it out anyways, or
well, mine's already empty. All I have to do is roll the quad and the side-by-side out. Mine takes about 20 seconds to empty. Yours will take what, an hour?
Probably. Yeah. So, okay.
Maybe we should just go with the one that's easy.
I was just suggesting that sounds fine. That's fine by me. So. Uh-oh, their new puppy.
Yes, and she's on a bit of a restriction.
Yes, this is Sue and Ed's new puppy. Name is Scout. So make sure you go check. They filmed her, and they have a bunch of her on their channel, which is now changed to
Nomad Ranch.
Right. Yeah, their channel is now Nomad Ranch.
Oh, look at this one. I mean, it was burning clean, but see how the front edge is different shape than the back edge now?
Right.
Of the actual that little tiny tip in the middle there. Mm-hmm. That's what makes the spark. So yeah, they were way.
It was time.
They've got at least more than 50,000 miles on them.
How does those spark plug wires look?
Well, these are coil on. There are no spark plug wires.
Wow.
This is the ignition coil. It actually goes directly on the spark plug.
Holy cow, that's awesome.
And this thing has no fuel filter anymore either.
Oh, really?
It's a permanent filter.
That's built into the pump. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Right. That's what the guy was saying.
Yeah, so cool. That means no fuss, no muss in the future.
Yeah.
And I've already checked. These come from the factory already at the correct gap.
And I have some antifreeze also. I don't think he picked up any antifreeze, did he?
No, but what we'll do is we'll fill that up.
Yeah.
In fact, actually.
Wait. Where's the fill line? It says right there. Oh no, it says please.
Yeah, it's low.
Okay, just a little bit like
but
this.
Let's see what the color of this is. I bet you this has been changed at one time.
Yeah, that's still good color. Actually.
Yeah, I mean, what we'll do if you want, we'll just change it when you get back in September.
Well, I'm just gonna fill it up a little bit to that line, and then I'm good. But yeah, we could change it later.
Yeah. Piece of cake.
Nice.
Yeah, all this stuff was actually real easy to get off.
Oh, the plastic coverings and
stuff? Everything's all nice and straightforward.
That's awesome.
These are actually the exact same spark plugs and the exact same ignition coils that are in the car.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I hate when, like, engines become complicated, because they can be. The newer engines and stuff.
Like yesterday?
Yeah.
It was $200 to change the belt. on the car, and the reason why is because there's no adjustment.
Oh,
to
on
put
the
it on.
new car that you got, yeah.
They have a special tool that stretches the belt and put it on. And
so there's not a tensioner?
No, and it can only be done by the Chevy dealer. So if it broke down out in the middle of nowhere, you're screwed.
Oh, that would suck. Literally.
And there's like, you know, unless a small shop has the special stretching tool made just for that one car.
Well, I am going to keep the old belt and put it under the seat because you never know.
Yep.
I mean, sometimes belts do break, so
and it's better
I just want
to
to make sure I have an extra belt. I know it's a used belt, but that would be better than nothing in an emergency situation.
Get you to the shop.
Yeah, to get a new belt. So
putting the belt on is easier than calling a tow truck.
Yeah. And you know what? That's the thing. That's why I hate roadside assistance or AAA or whatever, because you know, you call them and I've seen people sit on the roadside, you know, all day and then until the next day. They make you wait around.
Yes, they do.
So it is nice to know some things.
They like to make you wait.
They do like to make you wait. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to let you finish with this.
Okay.
I'll come show them a little bit more what you do.
Yeah, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the air cleaner because I've got the battery disconnected. I'm going to clean the mass airflow sensor too.
Awesome.
And then put all that back together. And then we're going to change the oil. And actually, no. Before I do any starting of the engine or whatever, I'm going to change the belt. Then I'm going to do the oil. Then I'm going to do the transmission.
Nice. All right.
Bing, bang, boom. Who says that?
Bruce. Bing, bang, boom.
So I had a bunch of these extra oil filter nuts that fit on the socket. Luckily, it fits on the brand new one that you bought. And the other one that I had fits on the one that's already down there that's a different brand. I just lucked out.
Nice.
So taking these off is going to be a piece of cake.
Awesome. That is lucky.
I mean, yeah, I've had these for years. It's been years since I've been able to use them because now I have all Fords and I buy just the Ford ones and I don't use these anymore. But hey, sometimes you save your old tools and you never know when they're going to make your life easy in the future.
That's true. We were just taking the bumper off yesterday, and if we had the tool, I'm sure it would have been so much easier, but we did not. So
which tool you?
To taking out the little tabs, you know, because first you got to take the middle tab out, and then
those
the
little plastic
second
tabs.
Yeah.
Oh, don't you hate those?
They're annoying.
It's just like on the Maverick, man. Those are such a pain in the butt.
But if you have the tool, it's easy. Yeah, I should add the in there.
Once again, that's...
Nothing's ever that easy.
Yeah, I'll never agree with engineers, personally. I love them for the things they create, but I don't love them for the things they create.
Right. Or the things you have to work on.
Yes. See, and then one bolt holds each one of these in, and there's
awesome.
a rubber O-ring that seals the whole thing in there.
That's amazing.
Yeah, isn't that cool? So they eliminated spark plug wires, so this is actually a more powerful ignition system.
Nice.
This is why, you know, modern engines get such good gas mileage, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Because they have all these goodies. So what I'm doing now, if you look down inside there, you can see, let me see if I can hold this and get the light at the same time. So right there, that is the mass airflow sensor. I'm going to clean that. And what you do, make sure your battery is disconnected. You use some mass airflow sensor cleaner, and it'll be good to go. Okay, so I'm gonna hold this up so we can see with the sunlight down in there. If you see that thing right there that I'm pointing the straw at, that's the mass airflow sensor. And what you do to clean it is you use mass airflow sensor cleaner. And this stuff is what's called a completely volatile solvent. You just spray some on there and it'll dry in seconds completely. And I demonstrate volatile solvent is spray some on there and...
Is it made from petroleum?
Yeah, but see how it goes away and it doesn't leave any residue at all.
Right.
I mean, it just completely dissolves away and leaves nothing behind.
So it gets rid of like any gunk and stuff.
Yep. Yeah, if you ever have something like that you want to clean, it actually works on more than just mass airflow sensors.
So right now he's going to take the belt off, the serpentine belt, and there is a tensioner with this rig.
Hopefully I don't need a cheater bar, which I very well might.
Yeah, they might be on there tight.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna need a cheater
extension bar. Yeah, because the tensioner is right down here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's right down there.
Alright, let's see if it's any easier now. One of these is poopy stuff. Ew, blood. So step one, you always want to make sure they're the same. So what I'm doing is I'm holding them up and making sure that they're the same length and they are.
Right.
And you can see that the old one probably was changed out like 30 or 40,000 miles ago. It's not terrible, but it's got some wear on it. But the Gates belt's a much better one anyway. See, they put material
sparkly.
in it. Yeah, they put material in there to help the rubber grip.
It's new and sparkly, literally sparkly.
And these actually, in my opinion, are better than the factory belts, the Gates belts. So cool.
Awesome.
And then, just for the heck of it, we'll put this back in that thing. That way you have the correct size number, part number, with you in the car.
Right, and I want to keep it for emergencies too. And yeah, that's awesome. So I know the part number.
Yep.
Awesome, thank you. Under the seat it goes.
Oh my God,
your gloves.
I'm on to pair number 3. Yeah, they're not very strong. That's why I brought a whole box. Wow, look at that. Tying her up worked.
Yeah.
She's staying put. That's amazing. It's an inline 5-cylinder of all things.
Yeah, I know. It's 5-cylinder. It's pretty cool.
That is a trip. I didn't know they made 5-cylinder.
Yeah, I was like, how exactly does that work? But yeah, it's a 5-cylinder.
I like your battery cover. Now that should have been in cars from day one.
Yeah.
Well,
it is an upgrade. He did upgrade it and got the new terminals and everything. As you can see, there's brass terminals.
Those are nice.
Those are nice. There was a lot of upgrades. He put a brand new stereo in it, and he got the truck bed liner put in it. That was like $3,000.
What is this? Is this your transmission?
Mm-hmm.
And it locks. That's nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I've had an old vehicle for so long, I don't know what the new ones look like. Wait a minute.
Fish that serpentine belt.
Actually, I didn't have to fish it around the fan. I just made a bunch of work for myself. I need a 13 millimeter and I need a 6-point. That way it gets as good of a grip as possible. And this is a brand new socket, so this is the best chance I have of getting it out.
Right, because someone put it in tight.
Way too tight. And they stripped it the last time they tried to take it out.
Oh, jeez. So here is the old filter that came out of the truck. Not too bad. Actually, my rig, the RV, had a worse filter than this. There was bugs and crap and all
but
that
check
in
these
there.
out. These are the...
And the filter was broken.
These are the spark plugs.
Wow, yeah.
I mean, they were...
yeah, I remember you showing me the ones.
Yeah, they were done.
Yeah,
it was
they were
time for new ones.
Right.
A lot of corrosion on them.
Nice.
I mean, they were burning clean, but it was time for new ones.
Right. So yeah, this isn't super bad, but still nice to change. What are you whining about over there?
Yeah, I got it. It didn't slip.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes people just, you know, they forget they're not the Incredible Hulk and they overdo it when they put it back on.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
That's what
goodness.
a torque wrench is for.
I had those in range. Never go underneath without a rag.
Yeah, I remember the last time you were under the ATV. That was a mess.
Looks like they were using red motor oil. Huh.
Weird.
Yeah, must have been, I mean, there's a couple brands that are red. Like there's one red line. Usually it's motorcycle oil though, but... All right, so this is in good shape. See where they bunged it before?
Well, so the person I bought it from, it was a younger guy, but his father was there, and his father said that they did just change out the oil and stuff, so maybe he's the one that took the...
It's been, those are many a times.
Yeah. Oh,
it's from using a bad socket, and then that's what happens when you use a bad socket over and over and over again.
So eventually, I'm probably the next time around, I'm going to replace that.
Yeah, and they sell brand new ones of these at the...
Right.
And they have a brand new O-ring on it and everything. And yeah, and they're only like $5 or $6. That's why, you know, the first time they stripped it...
They should have replaced it.
The oil coming out of the drain plug was just slightly glugging a little bit. Not because of how fast it's coming out, but because there's some chunks of gook coming out with it.
And this is what I was saying before, is that people will tell you, just like they told me that they changed the oil, the filter, everything with the rig, and come to find out they did not. And he said that they had changed the oil in this, and it didn't seem like it. So it's hard to, you know, believe people when they tell you they do something, so it's best to just go ahead and get it done.
Yep. Just reset everything to 0.
And be done with it.
Which is what we're doing. So now this rig will be good to go for another like 50 or 60,000 miles.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah. It's actually going way easier. I'm going to be done in like 3 hours total. And the factory called for 4.5.
Nice.
Dude, 3 hours for that much stuff.
Yeah.
These went, I mean, all of it so far, everything.
It seemed to have gone pretty smoothly.
It's pretty freaking smooth, you know.
This actually looks like a easy engine to work on.
It actually
Because I know
is.
the newer the cars get, I mean, they get pretty complicated, so.
Yeah. And right here, see, I wish I had a pointer. Actually, so, right there, down here in the side, there's a square that fits your socket. It fits this square drive, and that's how you adjust the tensioner.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so you don't need a specific kind of socket.
For the tensioner?
You just need the 3H drive.
Oh, cool.
And of course a long enough bar. Like I tried a regular socket handle and I couldn't pull it.
Right.
Okay, so to make sure that this gets a good seal, I cleaned off the dirt off the O-ring and I put a fresh coating of oil on it so that it re-lubricates it so that it'll make a nice seal. And then on older vehicles, it's common around this many miles to occasionally have your check engine light come on. And the check engine light comes on because the gas cap loses its seal because this exact same O-ring becomes dry. So what I did is I cleaned off around the tank and I cleaned this real good, and then I put just a little bit of oil on it so that it will always make a nice good seal and we won't have to worry about spending 30 bucks on a new gas cap.
Right, and I've heard of that before.
Yep, yep. We have a lot of dust here, and the dust gets in and makes it drier.
Yeah, it does. The desert does not help.
Nope.
All right, he's gonna drive it up on the ramps because the last thing is the transmission fluid. Okay, that's good. Nice. Yeah, you're in the right spot.
Perfect. So I'm going to measure how much I take out. That way I know roughly how much to put back in before pulling it back off, because you have to have the vehicle level, and it's not level now. But this is much easier than jacking it up. I don't have to put special jack stands under there for safety or anything. I can safely crawl underneath there, and it gives me an extra 6 inches of room to work. So if you want, I'll show them what it is.
Here you go.
Okay, so we have all of the transmission bolts, and then these ones you can't get to because of the drive shaft. And because there's a lip shield right here, you can't get an open-end wrench in there either, so the drive shaft has to come out. It's the only way.
You're changing the filter and also the transmission.
And the way you change transmission fluid, you actually have to drop this pan and make a big mess. We'll show the giant mess we're about to make here soon. Once you start taking out the last couple of bolts, it just starts to leak, and that's how it is, unfortunately. They haven't come up with a better way than this yet. Yeah, Kellogg's gonna get coated if he's under here.
Kellogg, go!
Kellogg, get out of here.
Go! Okay.
Get out of here, Kellogg. Get out of here, buddy. Okay, see how as I turn the bolt more, it starts leaking more and more? All right, so what I'm trying to do is lower this one corner. Ooh, oops. Oops. Yeah, this is where it turns messy and disgusting. Now, some vehicles, they put a drain plug in this, like the Navigator. So I don't have this mess, but most vehicles make it so that you have to do this whole messy process.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. And they know it too. They just, you know, it's part of the deal. Transmission shops, they have a gigantic pan they put under here, and then...
Oh, really? Just drop the pan.
Yeah. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to go around and start loosening these other ones. You need like Spider-Man hands now. Spider-Man hands! Okay. All right, here comes the fun part.
Yay.
So now I got it to the point where I have to start to lower it down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this up with my hands, and I'm going to reach up and take these bolts out one by one. And then I'm going to lower the pan with my hands into the
tray.
Into the wonderful little tray here we have going here. And if I drop a bolt in there, no big deal. I'll fish it out with the magnet. Right now I want to make sure I don't drop this pan because it'll splash all over my face.
Yeah.
So the hardest part is when you get the last couple of bolts out, you have to hold the entire weight of the pan with your hand, which is where I'm at now, and it's full of fluid. Alright, we're just about there. Alright, come on Ed, don't give up. You only got one bolt left. One left. Come on fingers, don't fail me now. Oh, my fingers are cramping up.
Oh jeez.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here's the fun part.
Here's the messy part.
Here's the messy. Here's the super duper messy part. Well, actually, I can't get it over this. The last person took a paper gasket and put the goo all over it, but it's supposed to have a rubber gasket, which is what we have.
Right.
And that's why they have this bead of metal that sticks up right there, because that pushes into the rubber.
Yep.
And the other good thing about using a rubber gasket is that the holes on the rubber gasket are slightly smaller than the bolts. So once I set the gasket on here, I can push each one of the bolts in and the rubber gasket will hold them all in place.
Nice.
Isn't that cool?
Yep.
So right now, we're cleaning the gook off of the magnets, and that's what all that color is. That's little tiny microscopic metal shavings that wear off of the clutches and the bands inside of the transmission. And so we're cleaning these magnets off so that it's all ready to go again. And we'll clean out the pan real good.
Nice. All nice and clean.
Yep. All nice and back to sparkly. Yeah, and see that gasket sealer, see how it doesn't even stick?
No.
See how, if I can wipe it off with paper, with a paper towel, there was no seal there.
Wait, this lock came with 2 keys and I can't find either one. I don't know what the freak happened. I better back up. They said you have to find the weak point on it.
The weak point is right here against this.
Did you get it?
Nope.
Nice. And it's done.
Done!
Bam. Yeah.
High five on that one.
I know, right?
Okay. I'd say it's probably pot metal.
Yeah, they don't make those things very good. You can just pop them out, but not everybody runs around with a crowbar.
I mean, it literally, well, yeah, I mean, who normally has one of these?
I know, it just keeps the honest man honest, I guess.
This is the oldest school zombie tool in the world.
Nice. Yeah.
It doesn't require reloads.
That's awesome. And we also got the truck done. Or I should say he got the truck done. Everything, and it's running good. We took it for a test drive. All the fluids are at the right level. So now just gotta pull this off and put this bar on, and it'll be ready to be connected. Right, Moo-moo?
Who needs keys?
Then we'll have a truck to take with us.
I can't believe how easy that was.
I know, that was pretty
That was kind of
easy.
scary.